Hello friends and welcome back to my channel. My name is Valeria and I am an intuitive reader who loves to spread messages of positivity and empowerment through my readings. I also love helping people to inspire them to create the version of reality that they desire to see the most. I know I haven't been very active lately. I haven't been posting any videos for the past couple of weeks. That's because I was feeling drained and a little bit burned out. I simply needed a break. And there were also some things going on in my personal life and I really needed to focus on that. So that's the reason why you haven't seen or heard of me for a while now. But as I am filming this video right now, I have passed 400 subscribers and I'm so grateful. And I thank you, all of you guys. I am so grateful for you, to all of you who are subscribed and all of you who are watching, all of you who are appreciating my videos and my readings each and every time you watch them. I also really appreciate you guys watching and allowing me to help you, or allowing me to spread these messages of positivity and empowerment to you. So in this video, we're just going to continue with that. We're going to have a look at what makes you successful, what's the reason for your success, why are you a success. But before we get started, I want to say a few things about this. First of all, success means whatever you believe that it means. It can mean multiple different things depending on who you are. So you could be looking for success related to career, finances, work, love, relationships, projects, skills, whatever it is. So fit it really to how you see success and what you are looking for when it comes to success. I will try to make sure to incorporate anything from, work and finances related things to love and relationships. But again, this is a general reading, so please only take what resonates for you and how you indeed see success, or what kind of success is important to you. Second of all, what I also want to say is that I personally believe that success is not what happens around us, but success is just who we are. Success is not the amount of followers we have, or the amount of money we make, or how many people buy your product, or whatever it is. That's not what success is. That's just a result of you being success, you being a successful person. You are the source of your success. So I also want to kind of encourage that idea with this reading as well. So any success that we are going to be talking about in this reading comes from you. So yes, we're probably going to talk about, what makes you successful in your career, but we are this is all focused on why you are successful in your career, because of you, maybe because of certain talents or skills or ideas you have. So this reading is going to include all of that. Now do keep in mind that this is a general reading, and also feel free to claim any messages from this reading. And if you hear something that you'd like to change, remember that pick a cards only predict the most likely outcome, and you still have the power to change your future. The choice is still up to you. The power is still in your hands. So with all that being said, let's introduce our piles for today. As you can see, we have 4 piles to choose from, and each pile is represented by a set of cards, by a crystal, and by a word, by some kind of text. So for pile number 1 over here, we have the card Forgiveness with the Citrine crystal. For pile number 2, we have the card Capricorn with the green Adventurine. And it's funny to see that Capricorn is also written in green, so maybe green is a significant color to you. For pile number 3, we have Anxious/Nervous with the purple aura quartz. And for pile number 4, we have 2 messages actually, because these came out at the same time, and I mean, they're animal lover and dog lover, so they fit very well together. And for you, pile number 4, we have the clear quartz. So you can pause the video if you need to meditate on the cards or the crystals. Just take your time, do whatever you need to do. Once you have selected your pile, you can skip to your reading using the timestamps I will provide for you down below. And once you have done so, I will see you in your reading. Hello there, pal number 1. Welcome to your reading. You chose the Citrine crystal with forgiveness. So, first of all, let's start with forgiveness here. This card is here because one of your strengths is forgiveness. And even if you do not identify yourself as someone who easily forgives, still each time you forgive, you do it for yourself. You forgive for yourself, and you it's like a gift that you give to yourself. And so this could be you're forgiving others for your own benefit, but at the same time I feel like you're very big on forgiving yourself. Whatever something negative happens, or something happens that you don't like, or things didn't turn out very well, whenever you made a mistake, I feel like you are very kind to yourself, and you forgive yourself, because we have the citrine crystal, which is about it's connected to the solar plexus, and solar plexus is all about self and about you as a person, as an identity, basically. So I feel that you are very strong on forgiveness. And again, it does not mean that you just forgive everybody left and right, but forgiveness is a very powerful tool for you, especially when it comes to forgiving yourself. So I'm going to put these to the side for now, and we're going to start with the tarot. I am using a different one than I usually use, because I mean, this deck is pretty dark, so I usually don't use it, but I really felt called to use it today because this is kind of a special reading as well. So let's see, for the collective of pile number 1, what makes pile number 1 such a success? What is the reason for their success? What is successful about them? I see that you, pile number 1, you're very good at understanding people. You're very good at understanding the reasons why certain people do certain things. We have the 7 of Swords. So if I see that together with forgiveness, you are someone who is able to understand why someone would make a certain decision that might have ended up hurting someone, or it might have not been the best decision, you know? So when someone makes a mistake, you can find it in your heart to forgive them. And again, I'm not saying that you just forgive everyone without questioning it, but you can find it in your heart to forgive certain people even when they cannot forgive themselves. So you're like a blessing in disguise to people. Like, people don't realize that you are actually such a blessing to them, because you forgive people, you forgive yourself. And I think your compassion is also one of your great strengths that people really appreciate about you. But again, it's something that they might not immediately notice. It's like a silent strength. Your ability to forgive and your ability to understand is a quiet strength that really inspires people, but they would not, if you were to ask them, like, what do you think is so great about me, they would not really be able to put their finger on it, simply because you are doing all of this, you know, you're compassionate, you're forgiving, not because you want to get something out of it. So in that way, it remains a little bit hidden to other people. They don't really realize what you are doing for them. The next card we have is the 4 of Cups, and I like this card because there's also this kind of wooden doll is holding this flower in its hands, and I think that goes well with the 4 of Cups imagery in the Rider-Waite as well. It's like, this also reminds me of Pinocchio, right? He wants to be a real boy. So here we also have a wooden doll who wants to be as real as the flower is. And what I'm picking up from this card is that you might have a certain wish to be something, or to have a certain amount or certain type of success, but you can't have it. It feels like it's impossible to you, just like a wooden doll, like a wooden boy cannot suddenly become a real boy. And so you feel like that dream of success is impossible. But just like in this card, this wooden doll is holding a real flower. So just because the success that you desire to see is not there yet does not mean that it's never going to be there, and it doesn't mean that you don't have any other success. Just because you don't have the type of success you want does not mean that there's no success in your life at all. So this again goes back to what I said in the introduction of this video. Success comes in many different ways, and it can mean many different things to people. So I think what this card is asking you as well is to ask yourself if there are certain blessings or successes in your life that you might be overlooking, and maybe you're focusing on what it is that you don't have, and you should actually, it's better actually to focus on the things that you do have. So you might not have your very big dream of being in a certain career that you want, for example, but you do have a very loving partner, for example. And this card is asking you to look at all the blessings you have and see how much of a success you really are, because this card is not telling you, pile number one, you're not successful at this or you're not good enough. No, this card is telling you, you, pile number one, are already successful, you are already good enough, you are already very much valued, but now you need to see it as well, because it seems that your focus is at something that you don't have yet or that you desire to be. Well, it should actually be on what it is that you do already have. Like this doll, you already have this flower, you already have some kind of success in your life, again because you are the success, and you're being asked to shift your focus to yourself. So don't look at, like what I said before, don't look at the amount of money you make each month. Don't look at how many followers you have or how many people give you compliments. Do not use those things as a measure of your success. Do not use external things, like things in the external world, to validate yourself and to prove your success to you. You don't have to prove your success to you or anyone else. You are already a success. The success comes from within you. And if we go back to what I said about forgiveness and about compassion, that is very much proof. Like if there is any proof you need, that's all the proof you need. That's all you need to know. You already have these qualities within you, these strengths and this compassion that make you a success, that makes you very popular with people, that makes people really love you. And these things, they're all the truth. And yeah, it's these things are all the truth, and it's time for you to also really believe in that now. The next card we have is the Seven of Cups, so that's kind of the same dreamer energy, wanting to accomplish something. So just like this girl with this crystal ball, like she's imagining this kind of dragon in this crystal ball, and that success, it is already yours. You are already the successful person. And with the Seven of Cups, there might be multiple things that you desire to do and desire to accomplish. You might, success might mean multiple things to you. Like you want the perfect relationship, you want the perfect career, you want a perfect best friend or something like that. So you might have multiple aspirations, and maybe some of them, they have already come true, like you already feel successful in certain areas of your life, but in other areas you feel lacking. And I think it's not necessary for you to believe that you are ever lacking in any area of your life. There indeed might be certain things that you desire to have that you do not have right now, but with this card, it's telling me that there's, again, definitely the possibility that you can and you are allowed to have what it is that you desire. And what I'm actually hearing is that maybe for some of you guys, you have this subconscious belief that you're only allowed a certain level or a certain like amount of success. That, for example, you are allowed to, or you can be very successful in your career and make a lot of money, but you cannot have the love relationship with your soulmate or your twin flame that you desire. Or you can be very smart, but you cannot be very beautiful at the same time. So it's possible that for some of you, you might have limiting subconscious beliefs like these I just mentioned that are preventing you from welcoming the blessings and the success into your life, simply because you might believe that you don't deserve more. And the truth is, you deserve all the success that you desire. You deserve all the success in the world, everything that you want. And I think, like, pile number one, you're not the only one who might have certain beliefs like this. I definitely resonate with that as well. And every now and then I need to give myself that reality check. There is room for everyone at the top. There is not one person who is supposed to be the most successful of the entire world or of the career field that you're working in. You know, everyone is allowed to have all the success that they desire. They are allowed to be as successful as they want to, because if you desire it, you are supposed to have it. And again, you are not alone in this, so definitely don't beat yourself up about this if this is the case for you. This is just a moment of growth for you. And like I said, once you realize this, that you can have all the success that you want and there's room for everyone at the top, you will also definitely have that. So basically, the only thing I see standing in your way of having all that success that you desire is just your subconscious beliefs. So just suspend those beliefs, throw them out of the window. They're not serving you. And my eyes, again, they went back to this forgiveness card. Maybe there are certain things that you need to forgive yourself for in order to welcome all the success that you have in the world. Maybe for some reason you think you don't deserve some kind of success. You don't deserve that partner, you don't deserve that career, you don't deserve that attention or whatever. But the truth is that you do. You do truly deserve everything that you desire, and you deserve to have it as well. So if I were you, I would just reach out my hand and grab it, just like this woman is doing with the crystal ball, and the dragon is emerging from that crystal ball. You see how she imagines that dragon and then it comes to life. That is what you can do with your dreams and your dreams of success as well. Let's have some more cards. What else is there for pile number one? Let's see. We have the Three of Pentacles, and as you can see, there is a clock in this card. So this card also always reminds me of divine timing, or right time, right place. And definitely with the vibe of the Three of Pentacles, there might be certain opportunities coming to you that simply need a little bit more time. There might be certain people who, you know, need to move in order for your success to come to you, or for your projects to be successful. This could also be talking about someone who is going to help you to achieve the success that you want, or this could be someone who is motivating you to achieve indeed the success that you want, or to do the things that you need to do in order to be successful, like in the way that you desire. So it could be a friend that helps you. Maybe it's some kind of a motivational speaker or a manifestation coach, life coach, people like that who are going to help you. Or this could be, like I said before, someone from your field of work, or some kind of colleague or someone you are involved with in business that is going to help you to practically ground your ideas and become the success that you want to be, or have the success that you want to have, especially if it's for those of you who want to manifest more money or want to be more successful in their finances. There is some kind of there's a helper, someone who is going to help you here to make the most out of your finances. So I'm seeing there could be someone who invests in you, or someone who is going to teach you how to invest or how to make money by investing or by spending it on the right things. I also just noticed in this card, I don't know if it's very obvious on camera, but there are also these very vague faces in the back. So this could mean that there are multiple people who are watching you and your success. So maybe you feel pressured by other people to have a certain amount of success, to have a certain amount of money. And the thing is, if you focus on those people and their opinions and the expectations they have on you, you are spending energy on them instead of spending energy on yourself. So instead of worrying about what other people might think or expect of you, or the pressure they put on you, focus all that energy on yourself, so you can indeed be that successful person that you are and have the success that you desire to have. And then those faces, they're also just going to disappear. For some others of you, this might actually people who are not, they don't have any bad intentions at all. They're just people who are encouraging you, helping you. These might actually be spirit guides who are guiding you and helping you to be on the right path, to make the right choices for you that are going to bring you this success. They are helping you to manifest the success that you want. So this card is basically telling you to focus on yourself and to spend your time and energy wisely. Don't spend it on other people who are expecting certain things of you, but spend it on yourself. Spend it on your endeavors, on your skills, on whatever you might need to do to become even more successful in your life, or to give your success a boost. So that's a very beautiful message, I think, for you, pile number 1. Let's see what else for pile number 1 and their success. What is successful about pile number 1 and what makes them a success? Let's see, we have the Page of Wands. So that's good to see. The Page of Wands is a very ambitious energy. Someone who wants to do a lot of things. They want to experience a lot of things. And this also always reminds me of some kind of movie poster. It's like you're charging out there into the world, and you want so many things, you want to accomplish so many things. I'm also again seeing dragons in the back of this card, so that makes me think of that there are some really big ideas that you have, some really big dreams or big things that you want to conquer and achieve, and there's nothing wrong with that. Honestly, this card is not telling you to slow down at all or to rethink about what it is that you want at all. This card is telling you that to keep that energy up, to keep that motivation up. But since this is a page, you should also be aware that this is only the beginning, and that at this moment you are a page which is someone who is still on the more inexperienced side. So you are not the king or the queen yet. You're still the page. You're still at the beginning of this journey. So don't expect yourself to be at the level of the king or the queen, because before you get there, you still have to go through the knight stage as well. So I just want to remind you, pile number 1, that in addition to other people putting high expectations on you, also don't put any high, impossible to reach expectations on yourself as well, because like I said, you're still at the stage of the page. You're not at the queen or the king stage yet, which does not mean again that you're bad or anything like that. It just means there are more things to learn, and you are taking this journey one step at a time. And just remember that you're not supposed to be good at everything all at once. You're not supposed to be like a professional immediately. There is like a learning journey to this, and I think this card is also asking you to keep that in mind, and to really not just enjoy the journey, but be really aware that you're on the journey for a reason. You're learning new things that are going to turn you into that king or queen of wands. So your achievements are going to come. You're going to achieve those things. That success is going to come. There is no way around it. But just remember that at some part of your life, you're still a page and you're not there at the king or queen level yet. So be kind to yourself, be gentle with yourself, be compassionate about yourself, that you cannot achieve everything all at once. That's an important message for you. Let's have one last card, and then we're going to move on to the oracle cards for pile number 1. What else is there about pile number 1 success? I'm hearing that you are indeed destined for success. So you might be on this road as the page of wands at this moment, but you're definitely going to get there where you desire to be. Look at that, we have the 2 of Cups. So maybe this success that you desire is about love, because we do have the 2 of Cups, or it could be about feeling comfortable in your life, feeling at home, feeling at place. Maybe because this woman, she's like wandering around alone, so maybe you're looking for something or someone or some place that's going to make you feel at home, or maybe you're looking for a certain kind of career that is going to fulfill you. You're looking for fulfillment, for satisfaction. And so fit that to your situation, you know, whatever it is that you are looking for, you know better than I do. And again, together with the Page of Wands, it's telling you this is the journey. It's the journey towards discovering what it is that you want. Maybe you already know what you want, and then this is resembling you being on that journey towards indeed getting what you want and being successful at what you want to be successful at. If you do not know what it is that you want, this represents the journey of you figuring out what it truly means for you to be successful. And along the way, you might change your mind on certain things, like what is really important about successful. What does success really mean for me? So you're on some kind of journey about finding your true home and your true place in this world. And for most of you, I do sense that there is love involved in this as well. So you could be in a relationship with someone, or you could be looking for someone. Regardless of your situation, there is love here as well. Like, you're also supposed to be successful in love. So for those of you who were looking for that answer, or who were waiting for that confirmation, love is also a part of your success. Something else I'm picking up is that, especially for those of you who feel like you've been looking for love, or looking for someone to love for quite some time, the reason for that is because you're learning about the whole process of being in love, or falling in love, or what it means to be in love, what a successful relationship in love means. You know, you're learning about those kind of things, and in the future you will be able to teach that to other people. So I see that you will be teaching others about love. So this could be actually in some kind of educational setting. Maybe you're going to be some kind of motivational speaker as well, or a life coach. But it could also be that you're just sharing your experiences with friends or with your family, or even with your significant other, or maybe your children, if you desire to have children one day, or if you have them already. So it's something like this. You're experiencing love on different levels, and could actually mean that you guys are indeed experiencing love in different ways, and you're learning different lessons. But in the end, what you are all going to do is to spread that message of what you have learned about that, and you're going to teach other people about that as well. And I even feel like this message that came through with the Four of Cups is related to that as well. Alright, so let's have a look at your oracle cards now. We first of all have the blue flame, spontaneous awakening, activation, and integration time. So this depiction, this color also does remind me of twin flames. So you might be on a twin flame journey for some of you guys. For others of you, this blue flame is representing transformation, awakening indeed, activation. You might be getting activated by some spirit guides. Some of you might be starseeds, and you're interacting with beings from the astral realm as well, and other beings that come from the same planet or planets as you did. So you might be having certain downloads, certain spontaneous awakenings. And these two cards, they also look quite similar with like the whole flame thing that's going on here. So compassion and forgiveness is again what I'm reminded of. So you might be actually teaching forgiveness and compassion to other people. You know, while you are asleep, your soul might travel to the astral realm, where you are teaching other souls about what you are learning on Earth. And in that way you are helping other souls as well, and you're teaching them. And then again, you learn something from that as well, and that's what you also bring into your daily life. So in case you ever wake up one day, or suddenly in the middle of the day you have a certain epiphany, some kind of realization, you're like, oh wow, this is how it all works, or this is what love means to me, or this is what kind of success I want. In case you get those kind of epiphanies, it's likely because your soul is on another level, another dimensional level, interacting with other souls, and you're learning from each other, and you're teaching things to each other. And again, you learning things from other souls, but also you learning from this life, is going to be your legacy, and you are going to carry on that information. And also, like I said before, maybe to your own children, you're going to teach your own children. Next up we have look for a sign. So again, this reminds me of certain light beings that are trying to communicate with you, or who are actually trying to bring messages into the earthly plane through you. So you might be a channeler, or also a tarot reader. Or you could, again, motivational speaker is again coming up. It's likely that there are beings trying to talk through you, or they're talking to you, so that you can, you know, download information from them, and then you can, again, tell other people about it. Also, if you were looking for a sign that you were going to be successful and that you were going to be thriving, this is your sign. This is the sign that you are indeed going to be successful at everything that you desire to be. Even if you change your mind in a week, a month, a year, 10 years from now, you will always have what it is that you desire. So if your idea of success is going to be different in 5 or 10 years from now, still you're going to be successful. It's all up to what you desire and what you believe. So that's a beautiful, empowering message. Let's have a look at the last card. We have Coral's Wisdom, Colony, Delicacy, Fragility, works that are created over a greater period of time. So that's a very beautiful card as well. It's again, with the word wisdom, there's definitely something that you are learning and you're teaching it to others as well. So that's very beautiful. And always when this card comes up with the message works that are created over a great period of time, I am reminded of the same thing. And maybe that is because I personally relate to that message. But you might relate to it as well, pile number 1, since it's coming up. So I, for example, I sometimes get occupied in the idea that our success needs to, it needs to come fast. Results, success needs to come fast. I need to see results fast. If I want to start on something new, if I want to develop a skill, it needs to happen fast. If I want to, for example, write a book, the book needs to be finished as fast as possible. But in case this also resonates for you, what this card is saying, that certain things require a longer period of time. As they say, genius cannot be rushed. If you need a longer time in order to create something or to work on something or to learn something, then that is also okay. Certain things cannot be rushed. Certain things you cannot complete in one day, no matter how much you want it. And I often also remind myself of Tolkien, so the author of Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit, and I'm not exactly sure how long he did writing, how long it took for him to write Lord of the Rings, but I believe it was at least a decade and maybe even more. I believe it was almost his life's work. And what that then reminds me of is that, like, his books, they are still present in media nowadays, and it has had such a huge influence on media and on movies and on books and things, and it completely changed the fantasy genre as well. So every time I get caught up into trying to rush things, I just remind myself that certain works just need a lot of time. Just like Tolkien did with his books, he did not finish it in 2 years. I mean, that would have been impossible with all the details and all the world building that he did. He truly created a masterpiece, and he didn't do that just in a couple of years or a couple of months of time. So I also want to remind you, pile number 1, in case there's something that you were striving for, something that you really want to be successful at, take your time, because it might be better in the long run for you to take your time on this, to create it in the way that you desire to be. And I'm not saying that it is going to take decades before you will receive your success, but I'm just telling you to also be patient, just like coral as well. Coral takes a very long time to grow, but still, that does not take away from the beauty of coral and the value of coral. If anything, it actually makes it more valuable, because it does take that long to grow. So each time you feel rushed to accomplish anything, just remind yourself of this, pile number 1, genius cannot be rushed. And if you want to sustain your success over a longer period of time, it also means that it cannot always be rushed. Yes, you can have overnight success, but to sustain that, it's going to require a longer period of investing time and energy in it. So those are all the messages I'm seeing for you guys, pile number 1. I hope this resonated for you guys. I hope you liked it as well. In case you did, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe, and maybe we will see each other in the next video. Bye, guys! Hello there, pile number 2. Welcome to your reading. So you chose Capricorn with the green Adventurine. So first of all, I want to say that I am seeing the number 3. So 3 could mean something to you. 3 is also about expansion. and about working together, being together with other people as well. And if in this reading at any time I say pile number 3 instead of pile number 2, I already apologize for that in advance. It's probably because I was already struggling with that before. I was saying pile number 3. No, wait, this is pile number 2. So the energy of 3 is coming through very strongly. So in case I ever say pile 3 instead of pile 2, just know that this is still, we're still talking about you, pile number 2. Just so you know. And over here we have Capricorn with the green Adventurine, so that's just reminding me of earth energy in general as well. I feel like you are a very hard worker, very dedicated to your work, to your career, or to any other endeavors that you participate in, but you could also be very much dedicated to family life and things like that. So hard work and dedication could apply to multiple different things in your life. Maybe you're very dedicated to making money or to helping people. And yeah, again, Capricorn is really a hard worker, someone who cares about tradition as well. So you might either be a Capricorn, you know, have Capricorn in some significant placement, or you just kind of identify with that, the energy of Capricorn. So let's start with your tarot cards first, and then we'll move on to the oracle cards. So let's see for pile number 2, what is it that makes them a success? What is it about pile number 2 that is a success and that is successful? Let's see. Ooh, look at that. Let's see, this is the strength card. I always have to check because it doesn't say here at the bottom, and in this deck, like sometimes strength is number 8 and sometimes is number 11, and it's like switch with justice, so I always have to check. But this is the strength card, and we have the moon card as well, so that's wow. I'm also seeing a lot of blue in these cards. So in addition to green, blue might be a significant color for you. Green is of course the color of the heart chakra, blue is the color of the throat chakra, and even of the third eye chakra as well. And since we have the moon card, indeed your third eye could be significant to you. And even here in this card she has some kind of tattoo on her third eye. So first of all, with these cards, I am getting that you are a very mysterious person, but not necessarily because you're keeping a lot of secrets, but it's just like the air around you and the energy around you is very mysterious. You might indeed keep your cards close to your heart and not just talk about everything to anyone, which is also what makes you a very strong person. You could indeed actually be physically strong as well, is definitely what I'm seeing. But if that's not the case, it just means that you're mentally, you're strong. I feel like you are very convinced of your own beliefs. You know, you have a very strong self-image. Like you cannot really be convinced that easily. And when people try to say or try to bring you down, you don't listen to them. You know, you're very strong. You're very confident. You don't just let anyone to sweep you off your feet or to like walk all over you. And I feel that strength is also, you draw that from the moon in some kind of way, or you draw it from your spirituality or your religion. It's like you have a lot of faith in the laws of the universe, or like faith in God or in source or the universe, or maybe again you are very connected to the moon, you worship the moon, things like that. Maybe you worship a certain moon god or goddess. Could be anything of this, but there's a source of your strength that is somehow related to something spiritual or religious or just something mystical as well. So let's see what else. What is it that makes pile number 2 a success? So with the strength card and also with the green color, I am getting that you are very successful at making money. Your finances are successful. Maybe you're very successful in your career, or you do something that earns a lot of money, or maybe you're not earning a lot of money, but you're managing it well, very well. I feel like your relationship with money is very good. Let's see, our next cards are the King of Swords, and we have the Magician. So that's cool. We have 3 major arcana already. So here with the Magician card underneath the Strength card, again, you're drawing your strength from something mysterious, from something spiritual, and you're using it to, also with the way that she looks in this card, your focus is very strong on the things that you want, the things that you want to create. So you could be using like certain laws of the universe, like I said before, manifestation in a way to manifest what it is that you want, or maybe you just naturally have a very good like belief system that anytime you want something, you just gonna get it. So it doesn't have to be related to manifestation or spell work or anything like that at all, but I see that you're very good as creating something that you want, because that's where you put your focus on. And with the King of Swords as well, is someone who doesn't take any bullshit and just does whatever he wants. He speaks the truth, he's honest. I feel for some of you, you might be kind of a lone wolf, or someone who either likes to spend more time alone because other people don't really get you, or it's just that not a lot of people are at the level of understanding that you are at, so naturally you don't match really well together, so you don't hang out with a lot of people. Could be the case for some of you, simply because you are so convinced of yourself, you're so strong, you are indeed, you have a certain level of understanding about who you are and how the world works and how the laws of the universe work, that not everyone can match that. And that is not to say that you are any better than others, or that others are not good enough for you, but it's just a different level of understanding. There's nothing wrong with either of those, you know. We can't match with everyone, we can be friends with anyone and with everyone, and there's nothing wrong with that actually. But this is what makes you very successful, because you're focusing on the things that you want. And I don't see anyone, you know, in the background trying to convince you of certain things, of trying to make you do something, or you feeling pressured by expectations of other people. I don't see that at all. There is not like a single other person or not one other energy in this reading that is trying to convince you of something or trying to shake you. Like, you are so convinced of your own success that naturally you attract that success. So like I said before in the beginning of this reading, you truly are the success. You are the source of the success in your life, and that is why whatever you do, whatever endeavor, you know, you try out, it's all going to be a success. And that sometimes you get bored of what you're doing, or you want to try out something new and you want to move on, and then you're successful at the next thing and the next thing at the next thing. And other people might have certain opinions about that, and that depends of course on what they believe, on their belief systems, if they think that it's a good thing to do or not. But I see that you don't care here with the King of Swords. You're really staying honest and you're staying truthful to yourself. Like, even if other people would see you as the bad guy, or like the bad girl, or the bad human, the bad person, you do not care, because you know you stand firmly in your truth, and you don't, yeah, you're not allowing anyone else to really shake you in your beliefs. And that is, again, why you are so successful at manifesting what it is that you want. The next card we have is the Page of Swords. So we have the King of Swords and the Page of Swords. So In such a reading, the page, it really reminds me of someone wanting something. You know, you want a certain amount of success, or you want to be successful at something, but the page is then telling, it's talking about this, that about inexperience, about what it is that you want, or about where it is that you want to go. So there's something maybe in your life that you want to be successful in or at, but at this moment you're at the you're at the stage of the page, actually. So you're at the beginning of the journey still. But with this page, I do not feel like you're really rushing it. Pile number 1 also had a page, and the energy there was more like feeling rushed and really wanting to be, you know, the professional, really being good at it, really being successful, and rushing ahead to the stage of the king or the queen. But for you, that's not the case, and maybe that is because the King of Swords is here. So you naturally already feel like the king, doesn't matter your gender, but we're just talking about tarot cards here. You're already at the stage of the king. Naturally, this is who you are on the inside. So each time you try something new, yes, you start at the stage of the page. Everyone starts off as a beginner and as inexperienced, but because on the inside you know that you are the king, you are not worried about staying stuck in that page energy, or about not moving on, or about staying inexperienced, or about not having that success. And there's a reason why you clicked on this reading, right? So if you do in some way feel rushed or impatient about something, that some kind of success that you want, just know that subconsciously on the inside you already feel like you're the King of Swords. You already feel like you're the success. You are already accomplished. So whenever you start something new, you do truly know subconsciously that you're going to be successful at it, no matter what. No matter how inexperienced you are, no matter how little resources you have, no matter what the circumstances are, you on the inside already know that you are going to be successful at what you desire to be successful at. I hope I finished that sentence correctly, but you know what I mean. Like, you also have the Magician, so at the same time you're at the beginning of the journey, but you also have the King of Swords. So it's like you might be at the beginning, but you're still the Magician, you know? The Magician also creates something out of nothing, but that doesn't mean that he cannot create something great, even if he is still at the stage of the page and that he is not there at the end yet. So in case at any time you feel any doubts about whether you are going to be successful or not, or whether you are cut out for this job or not, just go, like, center yourself, go back to yourself, because you know this already. You know already that it's the truth, that you are successful no matter what. And it might simply be, you know, something that your ego is trying to tell you, or maybe there are certain people who are talking to you about certain things, that, oh, you cannot be this or you cannot be that, and that might influence you on like a conscious level in some kind of way. So in case that ever happens, just go back to yourself, maybe do some meditation, listen to some music, just lock out all of those other voices and listen to your inner voice, because you truly already know that you are destined to be successful. Let's have one last card, and then we're going to move on to the oracle cards. For pile number 2, what is it that makes pile number 2 successful? We have the Hermit. Wow, that's cool. That's so fun. And look at that. It's 4 out of 6 cards are major arcana, so this is like really big energy. And at the back of the deck we have the Queen of Pentacles, so that's also really beautiful. It's like, you're going to be successful no matter what you do. Pile number 2, no matter what you want to be successful at, no matter if you change your mind about what you want to do later on in life. I feel like this Hermit card is again confirming to you that no matter what you do, as long as you follow your heart, you're going to be successful at it. And that might be something, a part of your life purpose, or a part of the lessons you're learning in this life, to simply follow your heart, to simply do something that you want to do, and to be successful at something that you want to be successful at, and ignore any people who might say, well, you cannot be successful at that because it's so very unlikely that that's going to happen. The chance is like 1 in a million, or you're not good enough for that. Like, how can you be, I don't know, a painter? You've never painted before. You know, things like that. As long as you listen to your heart and listen to your inner voice, you're going to be totally fine. And whatever new project or endeavor or career or whatever you start, you're going to go from that page to that king eventually, because you have the inner strength to see it through as well. Alright, let's move on to the oracle cards now. Let's see what else makes you successful. We have double mission, Lightworker, Starseed. Or Lightworker, Starseed. Serve the world by being you. Exactly. Serve the world by being you. Serve the world by following your authentic self. Doing what it is that you want to do. Aspiring to have the success that you want to have. And again, success can mean multiple different things. I noticed because the woman in this card is wearing such this beautiful gold colored makeup. Maybe success means to you to just dress in the way that you want to, or to wear the makeup in the way that you want to, or to have a certain hairstyle or hair color that you want to. Maybe being free and feeling comfortable about the way that you look and the way that you express yourself is also a definition of success for you. And again, it's all about you. It's all about you being you. Serve the world by being you. You're going to help yourself, and actually you're going to also raise the vibration of everyone around you by simply being yourself, by being your authentic self. And that might be a part of your mission here. Like I said before, I said that before as well, right? That your life purpose might be related to something like having the success that you desire despite of what other people might also say. So you being authentic and following your heart is one of your missions here on Earth. Like, yes, you might be a Lightworker or a Starseed, or both. You might identify as those things as well. That could be confirmation for you guys. And just know that you serve the world by being the unique being that you are. You're not supposed to fit in with the crowd. You're not supposed to like other things that other people like just because other people like it, you know? Just because it's mainstream doesn't mean that you also have to like it in case you don't. You know, serve the world by being you, and don't let anybody else dim your light. Ask for help from others. So you could ask for help from spirit guides in case you have some doubts or some questions, is what I'm getting. There's definitely spirits watching over you, like spirit guides or angels. And since these are a man and a woman, these could also represent your parents. So maybe your parents give very good advice to you, even if your parents, or could even be grandparents as well, or any other relatives that you feel or felt very close with. If they have passed away, you can also ask help from them from the spirit realm. Ask them indeed to help you manifest something, or for questions or things like that. But again, with the moon card, like I said before, you definitely have this strong connection to the spiritual. So I don't think that there's not going to be any problem with you connecting to any other like beings or spirits from the astral realm. This might actually also be a message to those of you who are already doing that, who are already asking help from the spirit realm, that this is what makes you so successful, because you know that you cannot do everything alone, and you're not supposed to do everything alone. You can ask for help from others, whether that is again spirit guides or even people like friends who are still with us on this side. So friends or teachers, even parents, or maybe just professionals, people who are more skilled at what it is that you want to do. And the message here is to not be afraid to ask for help. So maybe some of you needed to hear that message. Maybe some of you already resonate with that. You are not afraid to ask for help. In case that is, this is again just congratulating you that this is the reason why you are such a success, because you're able to accept help from others as well, and know that you're not supposed to do everything alone. And for our last card, we have Lemuria Returns, Earth, Spirituality, Community, Ocean, Reservation. This is it's such a beautiful energy that comes from this card, because I feel like this is the effect that you have on your environment and on the earth. It's like you are creating a spiritual community. You might actually have like a community on, on spirituality, maybe on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, whatever, or maybe you meet up with certain people, you talk about certain spiritual topics with people. That could be the case. For others of you who do not resonate with it, you are simply creating some kind of like community. It's not like literally a group of people, but it's just that the energy in your environment is very uplifting and very beautiful. Just like this mermaid that is pregnant, she's also caring for her unborn child, and anything and everything she does with or to her body, that will also influence the environment in which the child is growing and is being born. So you're having the same effect on your direct environment, where also where you come in contact with other people like your friends and your family, and you are creating this beautiful environment around yourself, like energetically, but possibly also on a physical level, that makes it very pleasant for people to be around you and to spend time with you. And likely animals and children and plants as well, they really love being around you. And then of course plants cannot really move towards you, but I think that whenever you spend time in nature, you can also really feel that nature is like, the plants and such are also kind of drawn to you, that they move with you and they breathe with you in a certain type of way. Also the ocean, the animals in the ocean and the plants in the ocean as well, the water itself as well. You could have, you could be involved with that, or connected to that in any kind of way. So you are really this mother to your environment that is creating a safe place for your child to be born. And maybe you are actually a mother or a parent, or you're going to be. So if that's the case, then also take this message literally, that you're creating a beautiful environment for your child to grow up in. But if that's not the case, it's more of a metaphor that everything and everyone that lives around you, like, you are caring for them on an energetic level in a way that is so nurturing and is so beautiful. It's like a mother caring for her child, basically. So with that message, I am going to end your reading here, pile number 2. Thank you so much for watching. I really hope you enjoyed this reading and it resonated for you as well. I did really enjoy doing this reading for you. I honestly think you are such a magical and beautiful person. So again, thank you for watching and letting me do this reading for you. In case you like this video, feel free to like, comment, and subscribe so we can see each other in the next video. Bye guys! Hello there, pile number 3. Welcome to your reading. So you chose these cards with anxious / nervous and the purple Quartz. So with this card, the information I am receiving, there are actually 2 different ways, or 2 different groups probably here. For some of you, this card is talking about you came here, or one of you, the reasons why you're here is to help people to relieve their anxiety or to relieve their fears and things like that. So you might be working with people who might suffer from anxiety, or maybe even from other things like depression and things like that. So you might be a therapist or something like that, or some kind of counselor, and you're helping people in that way, or you're just doing it on a more day-to-day basis, that you just listen to people vent, or you just give very good advice to people who might be anxious or nervous in any kind of way. Or you might be helping people who have like a fear of failure or something like that. That's also something that came up. People who have exams or anything like that, and you talk to those kind of people. If that does not sound like you, another story that I'm picking up here is that you are very good at relieving your own anxiety and relieving your own stress and fear. So anytime you feel anxious or nervous, I'm getting that you connect to spirit, because we have the purple Quartz here, which is connected to the crown chakra, which is obviously connected to spirit. So I feel that you are able to relieve your anxiety very well through connecting with spirit. And actually, for some of you, you might resonate with both of these stories, so just take it however it resonates. But whatever is the case for you, this makes you a very successful person. First of all, if you are helping other people with relieving their anxiety, you are obviously helping people, and you're doing something very great, because anxiety is something that a lot of people suffer from, and it has a big impact on people's lives as well. And if you are the one who is helping yourself, then that is like amazing. That's great. That is why you are so successful and why you are able to handle certain stressful situations. You know how to handle your anxiety and your stress. So that is absolutely amazing, pile number 3. So with that being said, let's get into the tarot first. And I'll put these to the side. So let's now see what kind of wonderful messages there are for pile number 3 about what makes them a success. I just had to sneeze, so if you ever hear me sniff a bit, I apologize. I will try to watch it, because I know it can be annoying, but just so you know, I just had to sneeze because of, I think it's because of the dust here. So let's see, for pile number 3, what is it that makes them a success? Ooh, look at that. Yes, I told you, we have the High Priestess. I told you, you are connected to the spirit realm some kind of way, and that is what helps you relieve your stress, your anxiety, your fears. Like, you can just really center yourself. And High Priestess is of course also connected to the third eye. You might be involved in some kind of divination, like tarot cards, with a pendulum, other kind of divination tools, you know, you name it, or meditation. You might be into things like that, or you're just reading up on spiritual topics, metaphysical topics, anything like that. But you are the embodiment of the High Priestess. You are the High Priestess. Like, I'm getting this so strongly, there's really nothing. It's not that you are going to be, you're working up to be. No, you are the High Priestess, and it's likely that in a past life you know, or you have multiple very spiritual past lives where you were a high priest or high priestess, or you had something to do with religion, like your life was really dedicated to religion, and you are taking all of that knowledge into your current life, into the present life that we are talking about right now. Oh, we have two cards. We have the Knight of Cups. Beautiful. And we have the Ten of Pentacles. Wow. I feel like you are creating some kind of paradise on earth for certain people. So this could be related to what I was talking about before, that you're helping people relieve their anxiety and stress, or you're helping them to deal with them in some kind of way. Or you're doing something else for people. You might be helping people in different kind of way. You might be, you know, a nurse, a doctor, a life coach. Like, think of anything in any way that you're helping people. I mean, even if you're like a makeup artist, you're helping people. Even if you're a tarot reader, you're helping people. Even if you're just listening to your friend vent to you, you're helping them. So you're doing something that is contributing to making paradise on earth. And I know that might sound a bit exaggerated or unrealistic, but this is like what you are working towards. And it might not be something that you, and I mean we all as humanity, can achieve in one lifetime or in one generation, but it's definitely something that you're working towards. You're making the world a better place, like day by day and person by person. With the Knight of Cups, there is definitely someone that you are truly helping. So again, you could be a therapist, is something that's coming through very strongly, because you're having a very big positive impact on one person or even multiple people, and you're helping them become more positive, like to keep it general. Like if they are, for example, struggling with depression or anxiety, you're helping them to get out of their depression, or to feel better, or to relieve their panic attacks, or learn how to deal with stress, things like that. But again, you could also be helping people to make them feel better through doing their makeup. Maybe you're creating some kind of content that makes people laugh. You're some kind of entertainer. Maybe you write music to help people, or you create subliminals. It could literally be anything. And since this is a general reading, I cannot really get too like deep into that, but just know, pile number 3, you're doing something very incredible that is helping people. Like you're literally like helping people. It's not that you're just raising the vibration of earth to make it sound very vague. You're literally helping people on a personal level, which is really great. We also have the Knight of Wands. So with this card, what's also coming through is that in addition to helping people with their emotions or struggles related to their emotions or how they feel, I see that you're also defending some kind of people. So you might be involved in law in some kind of way as well, but that is a very specific message. It doesn't have to be, but I see you standing up for other people as well, speaking up for other people who maybe cannot speak up or stand up for themselves. Maybe you're helping people who are going through very difficult times, maybe people like refugees or people like that who are in situations like that. You're really helping, you're helping people a lot. So again, fit it to your situation, pile number 3. So all of this, it's all derived from you being the high priestess. I believe you are able to see the bigger picture, but at the same time you don't forget about the middleman. You know, you don't forget about that there are truly people who are on this planet, who are suffering and who might need help. And you're really thinking about the people, about the yeah, how do I explain this in another way? Like, let's take a very simple example. When you buy a t-shirt, you're not just seeing the t-shirt that's made of a certain kind of fabric, but you're seeing behind that the people that have created that t-shirt, and whether, you know, in what kind of way they were created, if those people were treated fairly or not, or maybe it was made by machines. And, you know, you're aware of those kind of things, that behind everything that you see there is a person. And even because especially with celebrities and such, we as humans have the tendency to put them on a pedestal and see them almost something that is like superhuman or godlike. So in that way, we're putting those celebrities like far above ourselves, and we don't see them as human anymore. So whenever we see them having human flaws or making mistakes, we're like, oh, but wait, you're this godlike creature, you're not supposed to make human mistakes. But you, on the other hand, you see also in those kind of people that they're just human. They might be a celebrity, they might be a CEO, they might have a lot of responsibilities or whatever, but they're also just human, just like you and me. They also have feelings, they can also make mistakes, they can also get hurt. So you have a much deeper understanding of people, literally of the people on this earth, and that is what allows you to help people in the way that you do, or in the ways that you do. And that's what makes you a success, because you understand that behind everything you see there is a person who contributed to that. So you never forget about what someone did, like whether they like maybe made a t-shirt, or they wrote a book, or they chopped a tree, or they planted a seed or something like that. You always see like the human behavior or the human behind that. And that might sound pretty vague, I understand that, if that's the case, but it's difficult to explain this. But you have this deeper understanding, right, that behind everything there is some kind of like human an act, by something done by a human. It was created by a human and not just by a robot or a machine or something that's godlike. And you might not realize that on very conscious level, or you might not be consciously aware of that every day, but this is something that you know deeper on the inside. It's a part of who you are and the lessons that you learned throughout multiple past lives. And that information, that wisdom, is what makes you successful in the things that you do nowadays. So indeed, like I said before, the way that you help people, or the amount of help you give, or the amount of people you help, that's not determining your success, because your success comes from you, and it comes from that deeper understanding that you have. So I hope I make myself clear by that. So let's see what other cards we have for pile number 3. What makes them successful? What makes them a successful person? Let's see, we have Judgment. Wow. I always think this is a very interesting card. We have Judgment. And the next card we have is the Ace of Swords. Ooh, so I didn't mention law before as well, and Judgment also kind of reminds me of that, you know, because in court there's a judge, you know, judgment is being passed. And also with the Ace of Swords, I'm getting that you might be someone who is very honest to other people about what you think of them. You're not beating around the bush. You're like, if someone is showing some inappropriate behavior, you will tell them. Maybe like not directly in their face, but maybe you like talk to them afterwards and you're like, hey, I don't really appreciate what you said here. Please change your behavior. But I see with the Ace of Swords, you're not beating around the bush. Like, you're passing your judgment on people. If there's someone who makes a comment that is inappropriate, or if someone is like getting really angry for no reason, or is being mean to someone because they got triggered, then you are like, you're telling that to them, like, hey, you can't act in this way. And again, you're probably doing this in a subtle way, like you afterwards you talk to that person, or you're like it's not that you're feeding into the conflict, right? But you're passing judgment, but I don't feel like it's in a judgy way. If you understand what I mean. It's like there are some things that you think are like wrong and right, some things you cannot say, some kind of inappropriate behavior, but it's not like, I feel like you stay very mature about it. It's not that you, like I said, you don't feed into the conflict or into the anger, you don't aggravate the situation, but you actually dissolve like the situation. And I mean, before I said that you're helping people who cannot help themselves. So maybe you're standing up for certain people who went through some kind of trauma. Or maybe it's even at work. Maybe if a colleague of yours makes an inappropriate comment to someone else, and you stand up for the person and say like, hey, you cannot just say this. That's inappropriate. That's mean. That's not okay. And it's almost like you're this warrior of justice is what I'm hearing. So you're passing judgment, but you're not doing it in a judgmental way. It's not because you think, oh, I hate that person, or I don't like the way that person is acting, so let me just, tell them how I feel. No, you're doing it for someone else. Your intentions are very pure. And that is, like, the reason why that makes you successful is because you are not pretending to be someone else, right? You probably truly feel like you need to stand up for people who cannot stand up for themselves, or you need to help certain people because you can, because you might have like the knowledge to do that, or you might have the strength or the confidence or the courage to do that, and that's why you do it. And that's what makes you successful. Because if you would suppress that part of you that strives, for justice and for helping people, that would mean you're suppressing a part of yourself, which would then stand in the way of your success, obviously. But you're not doing that. You're allowed to be yourself. And I mean, if there is anything I have learned through the readings that I've done so far in this video, it's that truly being a success and creating success is all dependent on yourself. If you express yourself in an authentic way, if you are the unique version of you and you don't let other people dim your light, that's how you are a success. That's how you become successful. And it's the same for you. In you speaking your truth, you truly following your heart, you doing what you believe is right, is what truly is making you this success, like a successful person. That's really beautiful. I love that. And I love that it has been a theme through all of these readings. I love that. All right, let's have a look at your oracle cards now. We first of all have lost lands, soul memories, and gifts. You've done this before. That's what I said as well. You've done this before. You've let these previous lifetimes where you were very focused on a spiritual, and if you are not a therapist or a counselor or anything like that in this lifetime, it's very likely that you were one in a past life, that you were one in a past lifetime, and that everything that you have learned in your past lives, it's all coming together in this life, just like the High Priestess said as well. And the imagery here on this card also reminds me of Atlantis. So maybe you were in Atlantis, maybe you know about that. If that is the case, then that's a confirmation for you that this might be your pile, that you indeed used to live in Atlantis as well. And you might have learned some very special things actually in that past life in Atlantis that you are going to need to apply in this life as well, or that you can apply in this life as well. Maybe you learned about how you can help people, or how the human mind, how the human psyche works, and you're applying all that knowledge in this lifetime right now. So you're also being asked to trust your gut and trust your intuition, indeed, because certain knowledge, certain memories, certain gifts, they come from previous lives, and most of us, we don't consciously remember our past lives. So everything that we know from a past life is simply based upon our intuition and upon our inner voice, and there's not really a movie that we can play or a book that we can read about everything that we learned and experienced in a past life. So in order to apply all these gifts and all the knowledge that you have, that you received from a previous life, you're going to have to trust your intuition. And again, you're doing that through being yourself and through following your heart and following your gut. And I think you're already doing that, pile number 3. So the only thing I can do is congratulate you and tell you to keep going, because it honestly seems like you're doing a very good job. You might want to visit Atlantis through maybe a past life regression or some kind of meditation. Even if you did not have a past life in Atlantis or you're not aware of it, it might be, you might enjoy to go there as well through, like I said, through some meditation or past life regression. There might be some information for you there, so you could try that out in case you want to. And again, every single piece of wisdom and of knowledge that you have gained of previous lives, you're bringing that into this life as well. So that's a very beautiful message. Let's see. Next we have no need to worry. So maybe there is something that you were worrying about, something like a question you were asking yourself. Maybe you were actually worried about, am I going to be successful? Am I doing the right thing? And the answer to those questions, I hope they were clear from this reading, from what I previously told you already. And there is no need to worry, because you're doing exactly the right thing. You're exactly on the right path. And at this moment, you might not see clearly where this path is leading. There might be some clouds or some fog that is kind of is preventing you from seeing clearly and from seeing the path. But you are doing the right thing. You have this soul wisdom that is guiding you. I'm hearing the message that you should don't look with your eyes. Don't look with your eyes, but look with the wisdom of your soul. Because if you look with your eyes, you're only going to see fog. You're going to see fogginess and clouds. But if you look with your soul's wisdom, if you look with your third eye, you are going to see the path. So this likely means that the answer to your questions, or where your path is leading you, is not something that's very expected, not something that you can think of right now. You need your soul's wisdom to discover where it is that you are actually going. But just know that there's no need to worry, because you're already going in the right direction. And I'm hearing that you're doing perfectly fine. You're doing everything all right. Okay, let's have a look at your last card, which is receptivity. Allow yourself to receive, allow yourself to give. So this could be a message that you needed to hear. Allow yourself to receive. Yeah, I definitely get, for some of you, pile number 3, especially from this whole story, how you are helping people, how you're standing up for people, that maybe you need to think about yourself a little bit more as well. You might need to give to yourself a little bit more. Otherwise, you might get burned out and get tired. And it's also something that I recently experienced, like I said in the introduction of this video, that I was feeling burned out because of all the readings that I did, and I honestly, truly love doing these pick a cards for you guys, for anyone who watches. But at the same time, at times, we also need to step back from our work. No matter how important, no matter how high vibrational our work is, we also need to give to ourselves, because if we do not give to ourselves, we cannot give to others. So some of you may have needed to hear that message. Allow yourself to receive, also give to yourself. Treat yourself, buy something for yourself, do something for yourself, do something that you like, eat something that you like, things like that. You might need to some of you might have needed to hear that. Another message that's coming through for some of you is that if you're going to give to someone, yes, giving to someone and helping them is probably one of the most beautiful things that we can do in life, especially when we see someone who is really struggling and we know we can help them and we really want to help them. And I'm not saying that helping or giving to someone is wrong at all, but again, you also need to think about yourself. For some of you guys, there might be someone who you're giving to, but they are not giving you back in return. It's not an equal exchange between the two of you guys. You might be giving more to that person, and that person is like sucking up your energy and taking away your energy and not giving anything back. Maybe it's someone that you are helping, someone who is struggling from anxiety, for example. Let's just take an example, a friend of yours who is struggling from anxiety, and you're constantly helping that person, but that person does not give back to you, does not say thank you, or they don't actually want your help. They don't really appreciate what you're doing. And again, this message is not going to be for everyone, but there might be some of you who need to hear that. And I'm not saying that you should stop giving to that person, but you should set a limit to what you are going to give to that person. If you are giving them 100% and they're only giving you 50%, then you should also lower the percentage that you should give to them. And I mean, I am speaking out of my own experience, of course, and you might not agree with me, you might not think this is the right thing to do, and I'm not telling you to do anything that you don't want or you should be doing anything. It's all up to you. I'm just I'm giving you this reading and I'm telling you what I'm seeing, but again, you decide what you want to do in case this resonates for you. But the message that I want to tell you right now, and it does not matter if you do this or not, it really does not matter, it's all up to you. But if someone only gives you 50%, in my perspective, from my experience, I think it will be best to also only give 50% to that person, or maybe 60%, just don't give everything you have to a person who is not going to give you the same amount back. So I hope I made myself clear with that. If there's a person in your life who is not giving you everything that you are giving them, and again, there's nothing wrong with that. That person might be struggling with some kind of things, might be working through some kind of things, but if they are going to give you 50%, then there is no reason for you to give them your 100% if they're not going to return all of that or most of that back to you. So just think about that for a while. Pile number 3, again, I'm not telling you to do anything. If you do not resonate with this, if you do not agree with it, it's totally fine. So I just wanted to throw that disclaimer out there as well. So with that all being said, I'm going to end your reading here, pile number 3. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you for letting me read for you. I honestly loved tapping into your energy, and yeah, I am happy that you came to my reading today. Again, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, feel free to leave a like, comment, and subscribe so maybe we can see each other in the next video. Bye guys! Hello there, pile number 4. Welcome to your reading. You chose these cards with the clear quartz, animal lover, dog lover. Well, I think that kind of speaks for itself. You are probably a very big lover of animals. Animals love you, and in specific dogs. So you might have a dog, or in the past you had a dog, or you're thinking about getting a dog. So yes, animals, including dogs, I see that they love you and you love them. So that is a very beautiful message to start off with. And while I was getting ready for your reading, I suddenly heard Dance with Somebody by Whitney Houston. I wanna dance with somebody, I wanna feel the heat with somebody, yeah, I wanna dance with somebody who loves me. And ever since I heard that song, I've felt so energetic. So maybe this is your energy or the energy of this reading. Like, I really don't know what it is, but I just feel ready to go, and I am very excited to start your reading. Also, just a short disclaimer I want to throw out there. I've been talking for the past couple of hours, so if my voice sounds a little bit hoarse at times, I apologize in advance. I will probably also be drinking some water throughout this reading. So yeah, I hope my voice will not give up on me now. So let's just get started with your tarot spread. Someone who loves animals. And I know that there are a lot of people who love animals and such, but there is a reason why this came out for you in this reading, why you are so successful. So maybe we'll get deeper into that, or maybe you do something for animals or for the environment, and that is just something that really needed to come through. And I mean, with that song, also that energy, maybe you love to dance, maybe you are a dancer, maybe you want to make it as a successful dancer. This could all be things that resonate for you, but if it doesn't, then don't worry about it. Let's have a look at pile number 4 and what makes them a success. What's the reason for their success? Let's see. We have the 9 of Pentacles. You are the embodiment of sexiness, of desire. People find you attractive. 9 of Pentacles also talks about self-worth, self-love. So you seeing yourself as worthy, you caring for yourself, you respecting yourself is what makes you so successful, but also it's what attracts people to you. And for those of you who are female or who resonate with female or feminine, I feel like you are the embodiment of the divine feminine, and most importantly, the dark divine feminine. So the darker side, related to like the moon and the darker feminine energies. I personally also connect to the dark feminine energy pretty much, so it's really nice to see someone else who is also connected to that. I mean, even if you're a man, you could still be connected to your dark feminine divine energies, or just the let's say regular divine feminine energies. But that is what makes you very beautiful. That's what attracts success to you. But besides from that, I also get that it attracts people to you. So yes, you attract success by you respecting yourself and loving yourself and knowing that you are worth a lot. Like, I definitely feel like you have like high standards about how you want people to treat you. And all of that, all that energy, it also attracts people, like maybe people who are romantically interested in you, people who find you very beautiful, or people who are interested in doing business with you, because it is the Nine of Pentacles, so it might be related to business or finances. You might attract a lot of business opportunities, people who want to collaborate with you, people who want to work together on something, or who want to meet you related to something about business. And I'm also getting that the way that you look physically is very beautiful. You might have very dark hair, or dark features, dark skin, dark eyes, which is all very beautiful. And again, that also ties into that dark feminine energy. But again, you don't need to have any of those qualities, but that's just something that might resonate for some of you guys. We also have the Fool card. That's really nice. With this Fool card, what I'm getting is that you are able to step into anything with an open mind. Just like when a child does something for the first time, they have zero expectations of anything. They don't know what's going to happen, so they don't have anything to be afraid of. They don't have any expectations. They are not thinking that they're going to fail because they literally don't expect anything. And they're not doing it for they're not doing it for the results, but they're doing it for the sake of it. They're doing it because they want to do it and because they want to enjoy it. And that is one of the amazing qualities of you. Now, it is possible that for some of you, you are not like this all the time, and that's possible, but just know that you do have that quality, that you can step into something, you can do something as if you're doing it for the first time, with an open mind, with a clear mind, and you're just, it's, you know what, as they say, beginner's luck. It's as if you suffer maybe suffer is not the right word, but it's like you suffer from eternal beginner's luck. Like, each time you try out something new, you always have that beginner's luck. But that's because you're not expecting to fail. You're not expecting anything. You have an open mind. And the same goes for when you're working on a project, or when you have, you're working at something, and at times you just need a fresh pair of eyes to see if there are any problems or mistakes, or to get new ideas. And that's how you are like as well. You are that fresh set of eyes whenever you start something new. So again, you could be like this all the time, or you could be not like this all the time, but just know that that quality is there. And if you do not fully resonate with that, like that's me every time I start something new, just know that you can invest in that. You can grow in that direction, become better at that, so that indeed each time you try something new, you step into it with the mindset of the Fool. This is a new beginning. These are new opportunities. I can do whatever I want. I can succeed at everything that I want, because that is indeed the mindset that is going to help you succeed at whatever it is that you want. Believing that there is no way that you could fail. Wait, there's this quote. I don't know where it's from or how it goes exactly, but there's this quote like, I've never done it before, so why would I be afraid to fail, or something like that. I've never done it before, so why would I be afraid to fail? Maybe you know what I'm talking about. Maybe it rings a bell for you. If it does, please leave the quote, or like who said it, in the comment section down below. It might actually not be a English quote, might be a translation of something, but it's something like that. I've never done it before, so why would I be afraid of it? Well, that's just some wisdom. Some words of wisdom thrown out there. So yeah, you've never done it before, so why would you be afraid of it? Why would you be afraid of failure? Why would you be afraid of something that has never happened before? And maybe it's... I know that my grandmother, my late grandmother, once told me something like this as well. It was when I still was very young, and she had to go through surgery. I don't even really remember what it was for. I think it was her gallbladder or something. And I asked her if she was afraid of it, if it was going to hurt. And then she told me, like, I don't know. I've never had this surgery before, so I don't know what it's going to be like. I don't know if it's going to hurt. I don't know what's going to happen after. So why would I be afraid of it if I don't know what's going to happen? So again, that I was being reminded of that in this reading as well. Like, why would you be afraid of something that's unknown, right? If there is a chance that it can go wrong, there's also a chance that it can go right. And it's better to then focus on, like, the best case scenario, because what you expect is going to manifest and what you assume is going to manifest. So yes, it's indeed better to then focus on the best case scenario, or to just be like, well, I don't know what's going to happen because I've never done this before. So that is a mindset that's going to aid you in succeeding at what you want to succeed at. And I'm seeing that you might get some help as well, or you might need some help. You're like looking for someone to help you to succeed at what it is that you want to do, or to create the success that you desire. So there could be the help of someone. It could be from a person, it could be from a spirit guide, but it could also be an epiphany or like realization or idea you get because there's this red ball coming out of the head of this man. I don't even really know what it is. A man wearing a mask. Let's see what we have next. We have the Hierophant. So those are two major arcana in a row. Yeah, I also love the hands of the Hierophant in this card, because it kind of reminds me of the Magician, as above, so below. So I feel like this is also what's going to help you, or what is actually helping you creating the success that you desire. And like I said before in the introduction as well, all success is generated from you. You are the source of your success. The success that you have is a result, is a side effect of who you are and of the embodiment of, like, the vibration of success. And the Hierophant here is telling you, as above, so below. So if you have an idea in your mind, you can bring it into reality. If you want to write a book, you have the idea to write a book, and you're manifesting that, and you're like, in like a year from now, I have written a book. Then it will come true. Or if you want to meet a certain person, if you want to have a specific job, if you want to have a certain amount of followers, like, as above, so below, you will have it. And the reason why the Hierophant is here and not the Magician, because that's naturally or usually the meaning of the Magician, but the Hierophant is here because of his connection to the divine. As you can also see in this card here at the top of his head, he is connected with his crown chakra to the astral realm. Then this idea goes through his mind, through his heart, and here it represents like the root chakra. So it represents the ground, like an idea being grounded, an idea being manifested. So you're using the power of your imagination for manifestation. You're using the desires of your heart for your manifestation, and you are like the Hierophant. You are like, the other term for the Hierophant is the High Priest. You are the High Priest. You're the spiritual leader. You have a lot of spiritual knowledge, but I don't feel like you are teaching that spiritual knowledge. That's also one of the interpretations of the Hierophant, but you're not necessarily teaching other people about your spirituality, but you're using your spirituality. I feel like you're using your knowledge on spirituality or on manifestation to create the success that you want, and then by showing people that success, you are teaching them about the manifestation. So you're not telling them how to manifest, but you're showing people that you can manifest, that you can have what you want. In this way, you are the teacher. You're showing through the results that you get through your actions that this is how you can create your own life. You are at the head of your own life. Imagine Dragons in Believer, I believe, he sings, I'm the master of the sails, or I'm at the head of the sails, I'm the master of my seas. I feel like extremely embarrassed that I don't know the exact lyric because I'm such a big Imagine Dragons fan, but he says something, I'm the master of the sails, I'm the master of the sea, something like that. He's at the head of the sails, he's a master of his sea. He is in control of where he goes, of how his ship, in which way the ship goes on the ocean. Like, he decides that. He's in control of that. And that is the message that the Hierophant has for you as well, because you have a vision and you're making it come through true. And an extra message here for you is that this is so true for you, that you are able to create whatever it is that you desire, but certain limiting beliefs or certain beliefs surrounding how things work on Earth, or expectations, might be what is delaying your success, delaying your manifestation, or making it a little bit more difficult to manifest. Let me give an example. When you, for example, want to become a very famous writer, you want to write books, you want to earn your living with books, and there will be a lot of people telling you, well, you will never be that. It's like a 1 in a million chance. You have to be really good to sell so many books, and you have to have a really good story, and you're not good enough, and you haven't been writing for long enough. You didn't have any education for that, and even if you did, it's like, again, it's up to luck. And those kind of beliefs or expectations might be what are holding you back, if you know what I mean. So it's not about the fact that you can't do it, because you can and you will, but at times there are these thoughts creeping in who are telling you, but what if I'm not able to do this? Or what if I am not lucky enough? Or what if this fails? And again, with the Fool card, whenever you ask yourself, what if this fails? Ask yourself, but what if it doesn't? What if I succeed? If there is a chance to fail, isn't there also a chance to succeed? And maybe the chance to succeed is even bigger, right? If you were a child and you would do this for the first time and you would know nothing of the world, would you think you will fail? No, of course not, because you've never done it before. It's never happened before. So why would you expect to fail? Only because maybe of what other people told you, or what you've heard from other people, or from your experience from the past, you might think or believe that you're going to fail, but there is literally, that's all nonsense. It's all nonsense. You are meant to succeed, and you are going to succeed. So I am telling you right now, pile number 4, whatever it is that you want to succeed at, whatever success it is that you desire, whether it's love, or a career, or finances, or maybe you want to manifest something in specific, like a vacation or something. Whenever you like ask yourself, what if you fail? Like, what if you succeed? Because you're going to succeed, pile number 4. You're going to have this. You're going to have what it is that you want. I'm telling you. I'm telling you, so you better believe me, and you better start believing it yourself as well. Just remind yourself of this, because if this were not true, I would not be telling you this. I won't be lying to your face and telling you, oh, everything is going to be alright if I'm seeing something different. That's not what I do. That's not why I'm here. I'm telling you, and I'm here to tell you that's all going to happen, that the possibility is there and it is going to happen. And especially with these cards that are here, like, oh my god, the Fool card, like, that is like telling you there's the highest potential, you have the highest potential to achieve what you want. And look at the card that pops out next. It's the World. The World card. That is the card of fulfillment, of success, of endings. Wait, no, it's not the World, it's the Wheel, excuse me. But still, the Wheel, it's all about fortune, about success, about finally the wheel's turning in your favor. Like, luck is on your side. Start telling yourself every day, luck is on my side. I'm going to have everything that I want, because it's coming. It is coming. You see, I always see this as a mirror, or maybe as a mind's eye. This castle. You're seeing this castle. This is what you want. You want to live in that castle. And it's coming true. It's coming to you. And I'm telling you, it's coming. It's going to come, because you are the embodiment of success, and opportunities are going to come to you. Possibilities are going to come to you. Success, you attract success like a magnet. You are a magnet for success. Let's see what else we have. We have the Tower, so that's again another major arcana. So this is might be an important topic for you, or you might have some very big dreams. The success that you dream about might be big and important to you, especially important to you. And I was talking about some kind of epiphany before, right, with this red ball coming out of that guy's head. There might be some event or some moment that things are going to shift. And with this wheel here, that's definitely like confirming that story, that the wheel is going to turn into your favor in some kind of way, which is going to bring you to a tower moment, which is going to make you realize something maybe. Or what could also be the case is that a lot of things are going to be happening all at once. So you're going to have a lot of success all at once. And the message I'm hearing is, it's kind of like, expect the unexpected and stay within the unknown of not knowing what to expect. Because if you don't know what to expect, or if you expect anything could happen, or if you expect the unexpected, then there is an unlimited potential of what is going to happen. Then you're not limiting what is going to happen by through your beliefs, because you believe that this is supposed to happen in a certain way, or this is probably going to happen in a certain way. Allow yourself to step into the unknown and expect the unexpected, that you're not going to see it coming. Because with this Tower card, it's telling me that probably multiple things are going to happen all at once, or it's going to happen in a very short time period. Again, let's say you want to write this book, and maybe you finally finished the book, and you want to sign with like a publishing company, you want to get it published, and then at first you cannot find people who want to publish your book, but then suddenly out of nowhere there are 5 people, 5 companies who want to publish your book. There is someone who wants to do an interview with you. There is someone who wants to talk about movie rights, or someone who wants to collaborate with you, or someone who wants to do the cover of your book, All of these things are going to happen all at once, or it's going to happen in rapid succession of each other. So fit this to your situation, obviously. It could also be related to a person, could be related to a job opportunity, or again, like I said before, maybe you want to go somewhere on a vacation, you're manifesting something specific. This Tower, don't take it as a bad sign. Take it as a sign that at any moment something unexpected could happen, just like how the lightning is striking the tower. Like the people that are in this tower, they were not expecting lightning to strike and for them to fly out of the castle, you know. As if you know how the Rider-Waite Tarot, how it looks like, you probably do. There are these people who are just falling out of the tower. They did not expect that to happen, but still it did. And you do not need to know every step of the way in order for it to happen. You do not need to be aware of everything. You do not need to control anything. It's actually, like I said before, when everything is unknown, when everything is uncertain, anything could happen. The possibilities will be limitless, will be infinite. I feel like that's a strong message coming through for you. I think that you already know this on a subconscious level, but maybe again there might be certain thoughts that creep in every now and then, and I feel like in those moments try to like just calm yourself down. And I think we all struggle with this at times when we want something that, when we're trying to get something that we really want, it's hard to detach from it. But try to remain in that state of the unknown. And I know that's difficult, pile number 4. I've been there myself, and it's probably not, it's probably going to happen again. I'm probably not rid of it yet, so I totally understand how you would feel. So I'm also definitely not judging you or telling you you're doing anything wrong. I'm actually not telling you to do anything, of course. You can still decide for yourself how you're going to take this on. But I feel like talking about how you are a success is, at this point, become kind of unnecessary, because from the very beginning we already saw that you are at that vibration of success. And I think what's most important for you is for you to realize that yourself as well. Look at all the blessings you have. Look at everything that you have already manifested. Look at all that you already have in your life, all the success you already have in your life. And I also feel called to mention something else, that in all of these piles, well, it came up in 1, 2, and 3 specifically, but I'm now saying it as here as well, that success comes from being yourself. It comes from being your authentic self, and from believing in yourself and loving yourself and being your own best friend and being the unique version of you. And you don't need anything or anyone else in order to be successful. You are already in this, in the embodiment of that energy of success, so it's naturally going to come to you. So try to stay away from thoughts that are telling you differently or that make you question it, right? Stay in that energy of the 9 of Pentacles, because I know that you can do it. I know that you will have what you want. And probably once you get this success, you will feel very relieved as well that you finally did this. It feels like it will be a big accomplishment. That's what I said before as well, right? With all these major arcana, it might be something very important to you, something that means a lot, something that could really change your life or the life of people around you. Just keep going, pile number 4, because you're gonna get there. And don't be scared of any towers that might fall along the way. All right? Let's have one last tarot card, and then we're going to move on to the oracle cards. I noticed that I've been talking already for a very long time. Let's see. We have the Temperance card, yes. Again, major arcana. Temperance. Come back to center whenever those thoughts start to feel overwhelming. At the back of the deck, we have the Knight of Pentacles. I think what's important for you right now, pile number 4, is to try to keep balance and to keep having faith in yourself. Keep having faith in yourself. Do not check the 3D. Like, try to not get triggered by what you see in a 3D about if something is not going your way, or it's not going as it's expected. Try to stay away from that, and again, try to keep the balance in that kind of way. Again, there's nothing stopping you from becoming successful. It's already on your way, is what I'm seeing. But here again, with the Temperance card, it's giving you that message that, you know, I'm being reminded of yin and yang, of like the active and passive energy, that at certain times when we desire to have something, we have to be in the active energy, and sometimes we need to be in the passive energy, in the energy of receiving. And I feel like you've already done so much work to get this wheel to turn in your favor, because likely in the past it has not really turned into your favor. So you really gave that wheel such a momentum that blessings just keep falling out, keep coming into your life, and it's all leading up to this big blessing, or like this big success or multiple successes that you're trying to manifest, or that you're trying to get. So you've already done so well in getting that wheel to turn into your favor, and to have like, to be lucky and to feel lucky and feel fortunate. And at times we also need to be in that passive energy. We need to breathe, but we also need to breathe out, because if we do not breathe out, we cannot breathe in anymore. So that's the same for you in this, for you, pile number 4. So when at times you feel like you need to take a step back, do that. You don't need to take action and be on high alert every single time and all the time. So try to find a balance between the passive and the active manifestation. And I feel like keeping a calm mind is also going to help you in bringing this success in. So I hope those messages resonated for you. In case they didn't, or some of them did not, again, you can just let those messages go. Then they were not meant for you. I know this was quite specific. The beginning part of this reading felt a little bit more general, and then the second part felt more specific. So again, if some of these messages did not resonate for you, just let them go. We are now going to move on to the oracle cards over here. Let's see what we have for pile number 4. What makes them a success? We have called, soul gifts and training. It's time to step up. So you're being called to step up. And honestly, with this card, what I'm getting together with the Tower card actually is that, yes, again, your success, like your success coming in, it's gaining momentum. I think that very soon it will be time for you to step up. It will be time for you to take action. Something is going to happen, like something is going to strike like lightning, and it's going to be a possibility or like an opportunity that's going to help you move on to the next stage. So like I said before, it could be some kind of epiphany, realization, it could be an opportunity, it could be a new person that you're meeting, it could be anything. It really depends on your situation, of course, as well. But soon everything is going to be happening. Soon you're going to see movement in a 3D, is what I'm trying to say. The energy is gaining momentum. And what this period of rest, or this period before everything is going to come in, has taught you is how to keep balance. Here with the Temperance card, you needed to learn how to keep the balance. You might still be working on it a little bit as well, but you needed to learn how to keep to also keep calm, and how to balance out any doubts or any negative thoughts or limiting thoughts. I feel like that was very important for you to learn before you could continue receiving the success that you desire. So you didn't do anything wrong, pile number 4, in case that's what you were thinking. You didn't fail. You didn't make a mistake. You didn't miss out on anything. You were exactly where you were supposed to be all this time. You were exactly on the right path. And there was a hidden lesson in that period of time where you felt like there wasn't much movement, or you weren't receiving much blessings, because there was a lesson about balance. Also because this card says soul gifts and training. So you were training for something, to maybe to use balance in your life in a certain kind of way. Or maybe it has something to do with a gift that you have indeed. It could be a psychic gift, but it could also be another kind of talent that may involve balance, or maybe just you learning how to balance out a job or a relationship as well. Let's see, the next card is improving health. So for those of you who have been trying to manifest better health, or your success is related to health, maybe a healthy body, or gaining weight, losing weight, becoming more athletic, or trying to change your certain parts of your body through exercise, workout, surgery, makeup, hair dye, things like that. Could be, for some of you, could be related to that, or to diet as well, improving the way that you like your lifestyle. Maybe you're trying to quit smoking or anything like that, or you're going out in nature more. For some of you, it might be that success might be related to this. And again, this is indeed coming to you. For those of you who did not specifically focus on improving your health, still your health is going to improve, and it's going to be a side effect of everything that you balanced out in the previous period, and all of this that we were talking about here. Because there is something that you let go of, or that you stopped investing time in, and that is improving your health. Probably because it raised your vibration in some kind of way. And as a byproduct, basically, as a side effect, your health is improving. So yes, you're still going to have that specific success that you want, but your health is also going to improve. So let's have a look at the last card, which is Atlantis, Rapid Development, Excellence, Success. This card even says success. So, I mean, you're destined to succeed. You're destined to have that success. Again, with the rapid development, things might start moving. Things might start moving. Yeah, that was correct. Very quickly, very rapidly, out of nowhere. And I feel like you're going to be really amazing at what it is that you do, especially if your success is related to some kind of talent or skill. You're going to get a lot of recognition for what it is that you do. And I feel like because this mermaid is in the center, and there are all these light beams coming down, it's like she's really in her element. She's at the center of attention. She really belongs here. So I feel like whatever field you're going to find yourself in, or with whatever person you're going to be, and you're going to fit right in. You're going to fit that perfectly because you are meant to be here. Yes, you are the one who desired to have this success. You are the one who worked on yourself and who worked on your skills or whatever it is that you needed to work on in order to receive that success, but you were meant to receive that success in the first place. You were meant to desire that in the first place. You were meant to be here. I noticed the number 19, and we also have a 9 and a 10 here. Maybe 19 has something like a specific message for you. Maybe it means something to you. If we add this up, it reduces to number 2. So 2 could be related to love, partnerships, or a collaboration with someone. Yeah, but it's also the embodiment of indeed excellence, of succeeding, of finally getting those results. So what I'm also hearing is that you do not need to rush to your success because your success is going to come to you. Alright, that's a beautiful message to end this reading with. You do not have to rush towards your success because your success is going to come to you. Pile number 4. And with that last message, I'm going to end your reading here. Thank you so much for watching, you guys. I really enjoyed doing this reading for you. I also hope that you enjoyed it and that it resonated for you as well. In case it did, feel free to leave a like, to comment, or to subscribe. So maybe we will see each other in the next video. Bye, guys!